Advertising is all around us, constantly bombarding our daily lives, and now it's taking over our social media. Although we are guilty of using social media for pleasure, many of us aren't even aware of the ongoing advertisement that's constantly being thrown at us through the same sites and applications that we've grown to actually love to use. Um, I've used social media to personally advertise, spent a good amount of time researching how this industry is now going to use social media as a viable source of advertisement. And my main focus is going to be music promotion in Nashville, Tennessee. And with technology constantly growing, there's an ongoing rise of social media. This is a great opportunity, very smart for businesses to market their companies through the use of social media. During my speech today, I will discuss three main points. First, my first point is going to be the impact and overall rise of social media today and their basic functions. Next, I'm going to discuss the ways companies are taking advantage of this and how they're using it to advertise and promote music specifically. Um, Finally, I'm going to discuss what qualifications the job requires and what you would actually take home from this type of work experience, what you would get from this. Um, so overall, though, my first main point, the impact and rise of social media and kind of their basic functions. We all use social media to connect. Everyone's always interacting with each other online, posting photos and different posts. In the past decade, social media itself is basically taken over, and every person you look at nowadays is glued to their phone on some sort of application. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, all these have Americans constantly checking their phone for new updates. So why not take advantage of this and feed people material since they're voluntarily already looking at these applications? Why not put some advertisements on that? And that's what people have started to do. Um, there's endless material that you can search on these sites. So with all these posts, all these photos, this would be perfect to add advertisements there when there's that constant attraction to keep returning to these sites. Many of us are guilty of just the muscle memory of taking out our phones and checking social media. So now every time you're checking, we're going to have advertisements in there. How are we going to be constantly affected by this? And so let's discuss how these companies are going to take advantage of our social media use. Um, then let's kind of look at it. How would you use it to promote music, in my sense? Have you ever been on social media sites, noticed all the advertisements, or maybe like a favorite celebrity talking about a product or an event? Um, you might notice those. Some people are very unaware of that fact, though. And people don't even know they're looking at an advertisement. Um, so companies are going to start using these popular sites, popular applications to promote events or products. And through these promotion sites, specifically for me in Nashville where I'm looking, new musicians are able to make a name for themselves because of the rise and the attention they get through these advertisements on social media. And sometimes you might, since you don't notice certain advertisements yourself, you might think they go unnoticed, or will this actually impact me if I was exposed to these advertisements? And the answer is very much so yes. Just being exposed for a second, it will be stuck with you. It's saved in your mind. It also will effectively change our minds when we're brought up to that event or product again. We have that some sort of memory in the back of our head, like, I know I saw something somewhere, but where was that from? And that's where we are able to notice those certain impacts through those social media advertisements. So, as someone like myself interested in this way of marketing, how can it affect our lives and maybe the career path that we take? So, my last point here, what qualifications would you need, but maybe what experience will you get from the job after all? Wouldn't you want to be on the inside of this advertisement for social media if you knew it existed? So now I'm giving you this information. Maybe think, is this something that you would be interested in? Um, we've seen that new tools are being developed to analyze the marketing success simply through Facebook and Twitter, just those two applications. But they have returned results of 65% success. So there's a roughly 2.1 billion on social media to this day. So if those are successful statistics from Facebook and Twitter, that's about 1.4 billion people responding positively to social media marketing on the internet. Um, and over 60% of companies have admitted to using social media for their startup. So startup companies are going to come in, um, That's perfect for job opportunities if you're looking for social media internships in this position. And revenue for these campaigns are proving to grow each year with a higher success rate of social media advertising. So with all these opportunities each year, this marketing trend with social media is only going to continue to rise. So if that's something that you're interested in, you should definitely think about it. Um, with the ongoing rise of social media, like I stated in my introduction, it's definitely smart for businesses to take this opportunity and smart for employees to look for these jobs as well. Today I've discussed the rise of social media, its impact on our daily lives, the use of social media for advertisements and marketing purposes, but what I want to leave you with is the next time you pull out your phone to check for social media, try to actually be aware of these constant advertisements that are being thrown at you on your daily lives.